Leo was an imaginative 7-year-old who loved to draw. One afternoon, while cleaning his attic, he stumbled upon an old, golden crayon hidden in a dusty box. It looked ordinary, but as soon as he touched it, a spark of light flickered around it. Curious, Leo rushed to his drawing pad and sketched a simple red apple. The moment he finished, the apple lifted from the paper and became real. Shocked and excited, he realized that anything he drew with the golden crayon would come to life. Leo couldn't believe his luck. He drew a fluffy white kitten, a bright blue bicycle, and even a small rainbow that floated above his bed. His room was now a magical wonderland filled with his creations. Feeling adventurous, Leo decided to draw something big, something exciting. He carefully sketched a dragon with shimmering green scales and enormous wings. But as soon as it came to life, the dragon roared loudly and knocked over a chair with its tail. The dragon was not friendly. It flapped its wings, sending papers flying everywhere. It blew out tiny flames, nearly setting the curtains on fire. Leo panicked. He had never thought about what would happen if his drawings turned dangerous. Before Leo could react, the dragon crashed through the window and soared into the sky. It zoomed over the neighborhood, knocking over trash cans and making birds scatter in fear. People on the street gasped as the giant creature roared above them. Leo knew he had to stop it before it caused real trouble. Leo ran outside, gripping his magical crayon tightly. If I can draw it, I can erase it, he thought. He quickly found a blank wall and started sketching a giant golden cage. As soon as he finished, the cage materialized in the air and trapped the dragon inside. The dragon thrashed inside the cage, but it couldn't escape. Leo knew he couldn't keep it locked up forever. He carefully used the golden crayon to erase the dragon, watching as it slowly faded away. The town was safe again. Leo returned home, feeling both excited and cautious. The golden crayon was powerful, but he had learned an important lesson: great power must be used wisely. From then on, he only drew things that would bring joy, never chaos. As Leo placed the crayon back in its box, he smiled. He wasn't done with magic yet. There were still so many things to create. Who knew what adventure his next drawing would bring? One evening, as Leo was organizing his drawings, he noticed something strange. On the last page of his sketchbook, there was a half-finished drawing of a door. He didn't remember drawing it. The door had mysterious glowing symbols on it, and before he could react, it started to shimmer. The glowing door suddenly lifted from the page and grew bigger and bigger until it stood in the middle of Leo's room. A cold breeze rushed through, and then, the door creaked open by itself. Leo gulped. Should he step inside? Taking a deep breath, Leo stepped through the door. Instantly, he felt like he was floating. Color swirled around him, and then, thump. He landed in a strange new world. The sky was purple, the grass was blue, and giant floating pencils and paintbrushes hovered in the air. As Leo explored, he realized he was in a land filled with drawings that had never been finished. Half-drawn creatures walked around looking confused, and incomplete houses floated in midair. A tiny robot missing an arm looked up at him and asked, "Are you here to finish us?" Before Leo could answer, a deep voice echoed through the air. "Who dares enter my world?" A huge figure emerged, a wise old owl wearing glasses and a robe made of paper. "I am the guardian of Sketchland," he said. "Only the true artist can complete what has been left unfinished." The guardian told Leo that in order to leave, he must complete an important unfinished drawing. He led Leo to a giant blank canvas. "A long time ago, someone started drawing a key," the owl explained. "But they never finished it. Without the key, Sketchland is trapped in chaos." Leo took a deep breath and used his golden crayon to complete the drawing of the key. The moment he finished, the key lifted off the canvas and turned solid. It shimmered in the air, then floated toward a locked door at the center of Sketchland. As the key clicked into the lock, the door swung open, revealing a hidden part of Sketchland, a place where the most beautiful, fully completed drawings lived. "You have restored balance," the guardian said. "Now, it is time for you to return home." Leo stepped through the door, and in a flash of light, he was back in his bedroom. The glowing door in his sketchbook had disappeared. But something had changed. His golden crayon now had a small symbol of an L on it, a reminder of his journey. Just as Leo thought his adventure was over, he noticed something new. At the bottom of his sketchbook, tiny golden words appeared: "Draw wisely, for every line tells a story." He smiled. Maybe this wasn't the end, maybe it was just the beginning. Leo was about to start a new drawing when he noticed a page in his sketchbook that hadn't been there before. It was old and slightly torn, with a strange, faded sketch of a locked chest. Beneath it, words appeared in golden ink. "Do not complete this drawing." Leo's heart pounded. Who had written this? And why? Leo knew he should listen to the warning, but curiosity got the best of him. Slowly, he picked up his golden crayon and completed the lock on the chest. The moment his crayon touched the page, the entire room shook. The chest on the paper began to glow, and then, it opened. Dark smoke poured out of the sketchbook, forming a swirling mass in Leo's room. The air grew cold, and an eerie whisper filled the space. "You have freed me." After all these years, the shadow twisted and took shape. It was a dark figure with glowing red eyes. Leo gasped as the figure stepped forward. It was the forgotten sketch, a powerful creation abandoned long ago, trapped inside the sketchbook for centuries. "I was left unfinished, and now, I will take my revenge by erasing everything," it hissed. Before Leo could react, the shadow raised its hand, and objects in his room started to disappear. His books, his toys, even parts of his walls were vanishing into thin air. He realized that the forgotten sketch had the power to erase reality itself. Leo knew he had to act fast. He grabbed his crayon and started drawing a protective barrier around himself. A golden shield appeared just in time to block the next attack. Then, an idea struck him: if the shadow came from an unfinished drawing, maybe he could complete it the right way. Leo focused and began drawing the missing details of the forgotten sketch. He gave it a face, kind eyes, and a heart. As he finished, the shadow stopped moving. It looked down at its new form, no longer a creature of darkness, but a complete, whole drawing. The shadow gasped. I was never meant to be a monster," it whispered. Its body shimmered and transformed into a noble guardian, a majestic armored knight with silver and gold patterns. "Thank you, young artist," it said with a bow. Before vanishing, the knight handed Leo a small golden key. "This unlocks the true power of your crayon," he said. "But use it wisely." With that, he disappeared into a swirl of golden light, and the room returned to normal. Leo stared at the key, knowing his journey was far from over. Leo placed the golden key beside his sketchbook, his mind racing with possibilities. What new powers did the key unlock? What other secrets were hidden in the crayon's magic? One thing was certain: his greatest adventure was just beginning.